Hello and welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. I'm your host, Ryan Meza, and I'm joined with a very special guest today. I'm joined with Carey Donaldson from New Beginnings. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you're the founder of New Beginnings. It's basically a student loan advocacy that you started back in 2016.
Correct.
And I just wanted to kind of get a feel and base of what is New Beginnings.
New Beginnings is a student loan advocacy company. We listen to people's student loan story from the start. That's where we start with every single student loan borrower. We listen to their concerns, their worries, their fears, their frustrations, and from that point, we create individualized student loan repayment plans of attack that are customized to that specific student loan borrower. So we added on the advocacy piece about a year into the business because we really found out that what we were doing was being an advocate on top of providing student loan expertise.
Yeah. Definitely. Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
And so what kind of inspired you to start this company of yours to kind of be that advocate for students fresh out of college?
Well, we do student loan borrowers across the board. Those who are out of college, who are just dealing with their frustrations in regards to student loan repayment, their questions in regards to student loan repayment. Kids or students right out of college are our biggest basis for those people who get the biggest loan forgiveness and loan savings. I really noticed this after I finished college and came out of school with student loan debt.
Yeah.
And I was in teaching for a long time, and that was a common dialogue that we would have collectively as a staff and through my colleagues is the question of student loan repayment and the frustrations with it. I'm a mom of two and decided that this was going to be a leap of faith I was going to take so that I could also be a really great mom and be a business owner at the same time, doing exactly what I used to do for kids in my class, but in a different scale.
Yeah.
So advocating for kids in my classroom just transitioned into advocating for student loan borrowers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it started, yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. I feel like you definitely see it from many angles as a student yourself in the past and now as a mother putting your kids through college.
Yeah.
You kind of see those both angles, and especially as a teacher as well. I know that you kind of value integrity, trust, commitment, and your expertise within this company that you started. What kind of improvements or things that do you see your customers value from your company?
Well, I went through that process last year in regards to the Better Business Bureau and applying for the Torch Awards that they have. And it really made me examine my mission and values in regards to being a business owner in this specific industry. I knew coming into this industry that there's a lot of cynicism from the start. Having been a former teacher and having been a former English teacher, we're reminded all the time of who is your audience. Your audience is a debt collector. And it is their job to collect that debt. Now, they're doing their job in regards to getting student loan borrowers to pay that principal plus interest for as long as you can. That's how they make money. So we're reminded of that all the time, especially when people call with their frustrations and their worries and their fears, because they're getting inconsistent information. They're not getting somebody who's going to listen to their story. You don't know who's going to be on the other end of that line. So integrity for me was the first pillar of the business, because I had to establish integrity in regards to this industry when there is not a whole lot of integrity when it comes to student loan servicers. So those were the pillars that we really started with, especially integrity. The second one, trust, absolutely has to start from the beginning. And that's what we establish, those two critical components from the start. Student loan borrowers need to trust me because they're not trusting their student loan servicer at all. And then the integrity piece has always been there, because without integrity in myself as a business owner and in New Beginnings, if we don't establish integrity, then nobody's going to trust us. So they go hand in hand. That commitment piece is critically important. We're there from start to finish. We're there whenever you need to give us a call, shoot us an email. We're always there and committed to being that student loan advocate from start to finish too. Those are critically important pieces for New Beginnings for sure.
Wow, awesome. So Better Business Bureau is definitely a big eye-opener for you and how you should start kind of directing your attention towards your clients.
That was one of the biggest pieces of gratitude and I was incredibly humble for receiving the 2019 Better Business Bureau Spark Award for businesses with integrity, ethics, and morals, especially, and with that commitment and trust from a client. So that was something that I worked on since 2016, and it was acknowledged in 2019. And now I'm sitting on one of the committees to pass that torch, so to speak, to those who are qualified for this year's Torch Awards. It's really important, and the Better Business Bureau recognized that with New Beginnings. Yeah.
Wow, look at you. That's awesome. Congratulations. I know, especially, do you think that separates you from other companies that are kind of doing the same thing as student loans? You guys really want to create that relationship and kind of focus on the whole person and their stories and things that they might want to do in the future, but kind of feel restricted with their student loans?
That is what sets us apart. There is no other business that is doing this on the entire West Coast. We're not even finding anything remotely close to what it is that we're doing across the entire nation. That's why we're trying to get this word out to student loan borrowers that we are unique, especially starting here in Spokane. You know, we've talked to multiple student loan borrowers just in the Spokane and Washington state area, and now we're getting into other states as well, just through word of mouth. And that resonates with New Beginnings for sure, because that's a referral, and that's somebody who trusts us enough to tell somebody else about us.
Yeah, most definitely. I know word of mouth is definitely a big thing here.
Absolutely.
So how can people get involved with New Beginnings? Is there anywhere they can sign up or set up a meeting with you?
Absolutely. Our website is www.newbeginningsllc.org. You can submit an inquiry, and that comes straight to us. It can set up an appointment with us too. That phone call is absolutely free, the very first phone call, and that phone number is 509-922-1600, and it comes straight to me specifically. I'm your first point of contact always.
Good. Awesome.
So it's through, and we have a Facebook page as well that we do a lot of promotional ideas, a lot of testimonials. So there's lots of avenues to be able to kind of check us out and reach out.
And kind of get a feel for what you guys do and the benefits that come from you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carey. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
Some great insights. You guys are doing amazing things. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, so that's all the time we have here on the Pulse of Spokane. New Beginnings, a lot of college students, I know. Many of you need some student loans advice, so please check out New Beginnings. I'm your host, Ryan Meza. Have a great day.
Rather than just going out for dinner or scrounging up something from the cabinets, join us for this special family cooking class and bring the family together through the creation of a delectable meal. From the kitchen of Hutton Settlement, you'll be joined by a local favorite, Chef Travis Dickinson, owner of Cochinito Taqueria, community favorite Mark Patrick, and several young members of the Hutton family. From learning knife cuts and special kitchen techniques, the hands-on instruction will have you perfecting your dinners and creating priceless memories. Prior to the event, participants who RSVP will be sent the full menu, digital recipe, and access to the live-streamed virtual cooking class. You'll be able to follow along as the chef's team cooks, reference the recording after, virtually ask questions in the chat, and create a fun, delicious meal from the comfort of your kitchen. Participation is free, but donations are appreciated.
Hi, I'm Dave Lucas. I'm running for state senator. Washington is headed in the wrong direction, and we need to change course. So let's send a message to Olympia that Spokane is done with Andy Billig and the Seattle Democrats. Vote Dave Lucas for state senate.
Paid for by Dave Lucas for state senator, Republican.
Are you ready for a different kind of mask? Join Elevations virtually for our 9th annual Ghost Ball on October 24th and get dressed up for a great cause. The proceeds from Ghost Ball will directly benefit children with special needs by providing funding for therapy and home therapy equipment to help kids reach their full potential. Our silent auction will open for bidding Wednesday, October 21st at 8 a.m. and run until 6:45 p.m. on Saturday, October 24th, just before the live event begins. Join us for some fun while also supporting kids in need and win a few amazing auction items at the same time. We may not be able to celebrate Halloween in person, but we can still have fun from the comfort of our homes. Details can be found at ghostball.org or the Elevations Foundation Facebook page.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.